I believe the correct phrase is haters gonna hate. What's up, everybody? Brad here, back again, in a good mood today for some reasons we're going to talk about here. So back in November of 2018, I said this. Microsoft is working on a new Xbox One S console, and it's not going to have a disk drive. It's not. It's going to be a slim version, and it's solely focused on getting the lowest possible price for the Xbox One S console. And then earlier this year, I said this. There's a purple Fortnite console coming. I believe this would be more than likely an Xbox One S related purple Fortnite console. Yeah, that's right. So my buddy Jez over, we've been talking about Xbox a lot. I mean, he's a good guy, and he's got good information. And he's writing today that Microsoft is going to launch their Xbox Maverick console, which is the diskless version of the Xbox One S that I started talking about back in November, in April. And this is right in line with everything that I've been reporting and saying since then. And it's wonderful to have somebody else coming on board and agreeing and saying, yeah, this is exactly what's happening. And so he actually has a smidgen bit more information than I did. He says it's going to be called, the public name is going to be Xbox One S All Digital Edition. And that says it right there in the name. It's all digital. There's no disc and all that good stuff. And he's saying it's going to be an early May 2019 release. I'm hearing it might actually be May 7th. May 7th might be the day that it is coming out. So keep that in mind. Now, later on in his post, he also talks about a Fortnite edition Xbox. Yeah. Yep. It's happening, guys. So just keep that in mind. A lot of people were dumping all over me when I said, hey, they're going to be doing a diskless console. And here we are. And it just makes me happy. Makes me happy because this is good for gamers. It's going to be a much lower entry price. And Microsoft is rolling Steam. I don't even know what I'm going to say. They're rolling all steam ahead at this point with their little steamboat. So keep on the lookout for other things that I am hearing. We'll just dabble in a little bit more. Now, I'm not sure if this is exactly going to be an E3 release, but this could be announced at E3. Microsoft's open secret that they've been working on the Master Chief Collection for the PC, and I'm hearing that is getting close to release. Now, whether or not they do release it or do announce it is going to be a little bit, yeah. And so one other thing I really want to point out. So there was an interview done by IGN talking with Bonnie from 343 about a bunch of different Halo stuff. Candidly, it's a pretty good interview. If you like the Halo background and kind of them talking more candidly, it's a good thing to talk about. Now, one thing I want to point out is there were a bunch of headlines that came out and said Microsoft confirms, or 343 confirms, they are talking Infinite at E3. I just want to point out, I'm not saying that they are not, but I just want to point out that the explicit quote from that interview is that they are going to talk about Slipspace. That is their next generation engine. So it is possible they could come out and talk about the engine and not talk about Infinite. But yeah. And so here's another little interesting factoid too about last year what happened with the trailer. If you don't remember, I tweeted out, hey, that yeah, they're going to be showing off Halo Infinity, and I got a bunch of crap because I missed it by one letter. But one thing I've heard about that trailer that they actually showed off was that they didn't want to show off any part of the game because it actually looked pretty damn good, and they didn't want to make current gen stuff look bad. And so they did that render and that kind of fanciness, but I'm expecting some pretty highly polished graphics from the next generation Halo, and it's got me hyped, and it should have you hyped too. And so as we march towards E3 and Game Developer Conference this month, Game Developer Conference this month, E3 is in June. Keep it locked to here. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for everyone who's believed in me up until this point, and just know that when I talk about stuff, it's I know a lot about Microsoft. I can't help you with everything, but if it's in the Microsoft hardware and software stack, I can typically try to paint some positive color or just information around it. With that, folks, we'll catch you right back here next time.